story coming in from Maharashtra, which is as shocking as it is sad. At a petrol pump in Bid, Maharashtra, a burning man, literally a man ablaze, was left to die on a highway. Even as bystanders watched and traffic passed by, and nobody offered to help. This video on your screens right now, it seems to have been taken by a bystander, shows the man lying ablaze along with his wife and traffic passing by, even slowing down to take a look at what's happening, but not stopping by to help.
Two bikes collided in front of a petrol pump. One of the biker was taken to hospital, but that too by police, because onlookers decided to be onlookers only instead of helping them out. The body which caught fire, the person succumbed to the burn on the spot itself. He could have been saved by pouring some water or pouring some sand over it, but unfortunately the people over there, that place was not at all isolated. It was a highway, vehicles were passing by, people were standing there. People had mobiles in their hands, and instead of making a call to the police or to the ambulance, people decided to use that mobile phone. People decided to use that technology to film that entire incident. That brings us back to the question that where as a society we are heading to. In Mumbai with camera person Santosh Bangera, this is Santya for NewsX.
It's actually very unfortunate, very sad that people are taking selfies instead of transporting the victim to the hospital. I, on behalf of the police department, can assure you that we would facilitate whatever, however best we can to transport the victim, and the person who is getting it, in fact, will face no problem from the legal point of view or from the police side.
Very sad. I think this is very, very objectionable that one person who is dying and somebody is taking his video. I think it is inhuman.
नागरिक, देश के नागरिक की ये जिम्मेवारी है, अगर कोई तकलीफ में है, अगर कहीं कुछ अपराध है, तो उसकी जानकारी देनी चाहिए और पीड़ित व्यक्ति है उसकी मदद में उतरना चाहिए. ये मैं समझता हूं कि इस पर एक अभियान चलाने की आवश्यकता है. इस बात का बहुत अभाव है.
Yet another incident, this time from Maharashtra. We, of course, at NewsX have carefully documented every such incident that comes to light from across the country, and this is not the first one. Unfortunately, I have to say this won't be the last. Clearly, the apathy is visible in the video itself. The man seems to be burning right there on the road. He was stuck under the bike after the collision with another biker on the highway, and nobody came forward to help. Let's go across now to Santya, my colleague in Bombay, joining us live for more on this. Santya, clearly yet another incident of institutional apathy, I can call it right now, and perhaps a tinge of voyeurism there as well. It's unfortunate that nobody came forward to help, even though they were busy filming the incident.
Absolutely, we can call it the height of apathy, we can call it the height of lack of awareness, as we can put it forward. And this raises an important question that where as a society, as a nation, in which direction we are heading to. This is absolutely a person, an accident took place in front of so many people, a person succumbed to the burn, the entire bike caught fire, the person was set ablaze. So many things happened, and not that it was an isolated area or something. It happened right in front of a petrol pump on a highway, Parbhani highway it happened on, but nobody came forward to help the person. Had that person would have been helped by someone, if someone would have tried to at least pour a bucket of water, a bucket of sand, something could have been done to save that person. Because if you put the facts in front of everyone, in India more than 50% of accident victims die because of not getting medical treatment on time, which is a very big data. We are talking about more than 50% of the cases. The same thing happened in this case. Two bikes collided, one person was taken to hospital, and his treatment was still taken care of, but again not by the bystanders. This person was taken to hospital by the police. Everyone waited for the police to come. After that, this other person was not saved by anyone else, anybody. We can see that how in the video, vehicles are passing by, people are busy filming entire incident. This again raises a question that what are we up to? Technology is making us emotionally blank or emotionally blind. This question is something which we need to ask ourselves, because this entire person burned to death. Not that it was an isolated area or something. There was a bunch of people, and we can see in the video that how these people are busy filming the entire incident. And this is something which has not happened for the first time. As we take out the records, such incidents, they happen not just in Maharashtra, in the entire country, in the entire world. Such incidents happen. People are busy taking selfies. And talking about this particular video, people not only shot the video, they were busy posting this video on social media websites, social media platforms. So this actually shows us that how blank we are becoming. And when we talk about other people about this incident, they also, many people admit that they have also been a part of such things where they actually made videos instead of helping people out.
Right.
There can be another aspect of the story, that how those bunch of people who are not busy.
Also, Santia, we saw in your report earlier as well that the police, of course, says any help that needs to be given will be provided. There's a Good Samaritan law in force in the country, despite the Good Samaritan law, where people who helped such individuals will not be questioned by the police. It won't be a criminal investigation at all with them. We see no such efforts coming in from society at large.
Absolutely, talking about the Good Samaritan law, Supreme Court has set a rule book, a guideline is there, and there are major important things which can be taken care of, which should be considered. That first of all, if an accident victim is transported to hospital, the person who will take the accident victim to the hospital will not be questioned by either the hospital or the police. If the person doesn't want to disclose his identity, even something as basic as his name, he cannot be forced to do that. So this particular thing was made it the way it is to motivate more and more people to help the accident victims. Also, that person who will take the accident victim to the hospital cannot be called to a police station or to the hospital for continuous investigation. That becomes the responsibility of police, entirely police responsibility, to look after the case and take it forward. Instead, despite the person who is taking this accident victim to the hospital, he cannot be troubled or questioned again and again. Despite all these guidelines being in place, as we had a word with the police Joint Commissioner Traffic Mumbai, he himself told that the entire guideline is in place, but the lack of awareness is there, which actually is stopping people to help these accident victims. Though the situation has improved, but a lot has to be done.
Well, clearly, the gory nature of this particular death, I can call it that, has jolted many, including us at NewsX as well. I beg your pardon, Donal Bish joins us right now. She's an actress as well as a social activist. She joins us via Skype right now. Donal, thank you for joining us. First off, it pains me to cover yet another story where bystanders and passerbys chose to film the incident instead of going and helping the man. They could have easily saved his life, if not the burns on his body. Do you think we're moving towards a completely knocked out society who doesn't care? We don't care about what's happening to anyone else as long as our lives are fine. I'm not sure.
Yeah, exactly. It is such a sorry thing for someone who is dying at the spot, and people are taking pictures of it and doing Facebooking or Twittering about it, like that.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. This is such a inhuman behavior by people, actually. And this should not have happened, and it has happened in Mumbai. And though I know that people here are very sensitive towards others and they are very helpful towards others, how it happened, who were those people who did it, we don't know. But the Mumbai people are very welcoming, and it should not have happened. Though why not in Mumbai? Be it any other place, any place in India or any place in the world, should not happen like this.
Well, it does, unfortunately, and that's the point clearly. Despite the Good Samaritan law being in place, we see very few instances of people actually going out of their way and helping people who need help on the road. We see this in the case of accidents. We see this in the case of people getting beaten up as well. People choose rather to film the incident and then talk about it later. It's a conversational piece rather than anything else, and that so-called fraternal love perhaps seems to be missing really in this day of the modern technology. And as my colleague Santria was telling us right now, it does look like our society, not just our society, society as a whole, globally, is being turned into almost a zombie-like character where people just care about their own being and own well-being and don't really care what's happening around them, and to people who are human beings as well, what's happening to them as well. And let me just quickly go back to Santria there as well. Santria, this happened in Bid, Maharashtra. It happened on a highway. And Santria, as you pointed out, it wasn't really an isolated place. It wasn't an out-of-the-way road. It was a highway. Hundreds of people must have crossed that particular place, and all of them chose to take a voyeuristic view on this instead of helping the man. That says a lot about where we've come, a long way that is.
Yeah, absolutely. As I mentioned, this happened in Bid, an area in the interiors of Maharashtra on Parbhani highway. We are talking about a highway, it has to be busy, and the incident took place in front of a petrol pump, and we all know that petrol pump is every petrol pump is well equipped with fire extinguishers, and a lot could have been done, but nobody actually took the pain. And as we can see in the video, we can see vehicles passing by, we can see people who are standing in the corner who are making this video. So the question which arises,
Santhia,
that,
stay on with us. Sudha Ramalingam also joins us right now. She's a lawyer and activist as well. Sudha, yet another case of complete public apathy. We keep referring to the public Good Samaritan law. It does seem like there's a very little awareness about the Good Samaritan law, and even less concern for a person who's actually burning on the road.
It's really atrocious and very painful to see and hear about these incidents. When somebody is being burnt or some really great tragedy is happening around, it's the duty of people to immediately respond to lend a helping hand. Not doing that is worse, and standing and taking videos of it is much, much worse and not even pardonable. I think there's something really wrong in the psyche of these people. If it were their kids and kin, would they have done it? You cannot think about taking out your mobile and
right, absolutely.
Your
It's a very sad situation. Thank you for joining us, Sudha Ramalingam. We have to interrupt.